So what I'm doing today is putting a peel and stick wallpaper on. As you can see, the pictures and everything show you putting it on vertically. And that's not really what we wanted to do. We wanted to use it to put on a wall. I think this is kind of made more for small areas, things like that. And they showed them on like some desks and things like that. Maybe a small wall, but we're doing this entire wall back here. And it just looks silly if we put it vertically to me. So we are hanging it horizontally. Basically the first thing you're going to do is smooth everything out on your wall. I got paint on my wall because I was painting a crib, but you know, get everything off the wall. You know, anything that's might be sticking out, gets any holes or anything like that, get some spackle and fill that in. And once that's done, I personally didn't cut the roll before I put it on. I just used the whole roll, and I by myself, so I used a pole from like it's an extension pole from a painting store, and then I took a screw and basically put that on there, and that's my second person basically. Sometimes it's better to work alone. One less chef in the kitchen. It's kind of the way I look at it. But the top is the hardest. From looking around, what I did is you're gonna have to. There's no way to use the ceiling as a straight line. The ceiling's just not straight. Mine happened to be off by 1/4 of an inch. So that would, if you follow that along, you get to the ending, it would be off a lot. So what I did to kind of compensate for that is I popped a line from the ceiling. The wallpaper is 20.5 inches. Popped a line and basically marked a line all the way across, and then you know, did a straight line, and then I use that as my guide. And when I got to the end, it was still off about, you know, like I said, about 1/4 of an inch. And I just took a little piece of this extra paper and then just trimmed it to kind of match how it was off. And then I put it right in that corner. You can't really tell at all unless, of course, someone points it out, which I will probably do because that's how I am. But once you get the top piece on, the next piece is much easier. You're basically going to take this second piece right here, and it's going to go right over top of this first piece. And I start in the corner. So this is my third piece that's going on right now. And basically I start in the corner and I just peel back maybe 2 feet or so, and just kind of match it up with the line. There's a line on the wallpaper that's this little line right here. That's basically your match line. You don't want to be below it because you will leave just a white line and it doesn't look right. And I'm sure that's what it's for. So then just kind of stick it lightly in the corner. I guess this part, and then I don't stick this yet. Then I kind of get this line straight, and then I'll just kind of this isn't really stuck on, so I can just peel it right back. And then once I'm done with this piece, I'll come back and push it in tight. It says to lap it, you know, a 1/2 inch or so, or an inch. But that's, I'm probably going to end up taking it. I'm sure I'm going to end up cutting all this off because we're going to paint. And unless you want to paint over that, that would be silly to me. But anyway, I got this extra on there. I'll probably just take my razor blade and cut it all off straight when I'm done. And I just use my little piece that I made to stretch out and walk along with me. And I take the backing paper, I peel it off maybe 2 to 3 feet, and then I just take the top of the paper like this and match the line, and then just kind of stick it on maybe that much just so it'll stay. And then I will pull it out more and do the same thing until I get all the way to the end. When I get to the end, since this roll is bigger than my wall, I'll just cut it off and you know, leave some extra. And then I go back and just make sure that everything's on the line straight. And then once I know that, is I start kind of pushing it in with my hand, getting all the wrinkles out. See right here I had a really big wrinkle. So it's this good thing about this stuff is you can kind of take it, and like I said, that's why I don't push it on really tight. You can just kind of take it and pull it up and then work that wrinkle out with your hand. See, I do have some tools that I've been using, just kind of like a small little squeegee that I use to tint windows, and razor blade, and that's pretty much all I'm using. And my dog. And I hope that's helpful. I couldn't find any videos on this, how to do it. This is my first time, and it seems to be going pretty good. So hopefully this is helpful.